So welcome guys to day 15 of our graphic design mastery class. So yesterday we talked about how to design a social media flyer. So after I posted how to design social media flyer, I noticed that I am not supposed to go into social media flyer for now. So because we haven't covered the aspect of Photoshop finish, and I noticed I haven't teach you guys anything about mockups. So we've talked about how to create many things, vanishing points, how to remove background in many ways, how to retouch your photos, and we have talked a lot about that. But now I noticed I haven't teach you guys how to create mockups, and creating mockups is one of the powerful aspects of Photoshop. And creating mockups, the reason why and the advantage of creating mockups is it makes you to earn even when you don't have a client. Now you have many sites online where you can sell your mockups, where you can earn by designing and creating mockups. So in these next 5 days, I'm going to be teaching you how to create mockups, and we are going to be creating packaging mockups. We are going to be creating flyer mockups. We are going to be creating billboard mockups. We are going to be creating product mockups. So I'm going to be teaching you all about how to create mockups. So because as a designer, you don't need to depend on your client. Sometimes it might go to a point you don't have a client to work for, but you have many aspects where money is coming in for you, especially by selling your resources and selling products like mockups, and every other thing. So now let's go into the design.
Graphic designers, how many hours have you wasted scrolling through font websites looking for the perfect font? You finally find one, and it's either too expensive, difficult to download, or doesn't fit your design. That's why I created the Starter Pack Fonts Bundle, over 600 carefully selected fonts for logos, flyers, branding, social media, invitations, and every creative project. One download, unlimited creativity. Get instant access to 600 plus fonts and design like a professional today. Click the link in description to download.
In this video, I'm going to be showing you A to Z on how to create these packaging mockups for chips, for potato chips. I'm going to be showing you how to create this packaging for the mockup from A to Z. So we'll be needing some resources. I have the resources already, and resources is on my WhatsApp page for my students. If you wish to join the WhatsApp page, you can click on the links in the description to join the WhatsApp page. And if you don't, you can get these resources on Pinterest. So we'll be needing our resources, and we'll be needing our design. You need to have a design already for this mockup to work. You need to have your design already. So now the first thing we are going to be doing is to create a background. We are going to be creating a background, and we pick our rectangle tool and we draw our background. So after we've paid our background, this color you are seeing, if it's this color you want to use, it is 7F1A14 #7F1A14. So then after you've created a background, we bring in our nylon. That is our chin package nylon. So I go to my download it already. So I go to chin nylon package, I bring it down here. So you have it here. You see it has a background. Now anything you are bringing from your file into Photoshop is coming as a smart object, and when it is on smart object, you can't use masking tool on a smart object on Photoshop. So anything you want to mask, anything you want to do on Photoshop, doing that involve masking, you need to rasterize the object. So I will need to rasterize this nylon. I right click on it and I rasterize it. So after I've rasterized it, then I go to my property tool. I go to select subject. It selects the packaging nylon alone. So when you come to this place, you see that it's now select here. So I manually pick my lasso tool and draw it around this place to select this place. So after I'm done with selecting, I click on Ctrl J, which is duplicate, and I delete the one below. So now I have my nylon here already, you see. So I go to this layer and I name it, it's already layer 1. So I just increase it a bit, increase the nylon. So after you're done with creating the nylon, then we are going to bring in our design. Any design you want to mock up on this nylon, we are going to bring it in. So you bring in our chips design. This is our chips design. So then I increase the size to fit for the nylon. So after you increase it, remember I talked about you can't work on smart objects, you can't do masking on smart objects. So this one you don't need to do, you don't need to turn it, you don't need to turn it to a rasterized object, because when you are dealing with mockups, you need to deal with smart objects. And the reason is because so that if anyone wants to use that same mockup, they will be able, it will be usable, it will be editable, it will be replaceable. So that is the one of the benefits of smart object. So then after we have it like this, next I'm going to name this mockup. So after I name this mockup, then I'm going to duplicate it. That is Ctrl J to duplicate it, and I change it to your design here. So after you've changed it to your design here, I toggle it off. And the reason why I toggle it off will be revealed to you in the end of this video. So now we have the mockup here. So we right click on the mockup and we go to create clipping mask and clip it. Now when you clip the design, it looks like nothing is happening to the design. That is where we go into manipulation. And manipulation is where we start using transparency tools. And one of the most powerful transparency tool is multiply. So we are going to be using multiply under transparency tool. So you go to this transparency box and you click on it. Under it we have many options there. You have normal, dissolve, darken, multiply, color bond, and every one of them are working according to their capacity. So when it comes to something like this, you need to use multiply. You don't use any other ones. So we click on multiply. So when you click on multiply, you see that the nylon is already showing like it's a mockup already on the nylon. So but it's not shining. Every mockup on a packaging, especially when it comes to nylon, is always shining, it's always glowing, it's always so this is not shining. So it's just like it looks like a matte printing. So that's how it looks like. So how do we make it shine? That is where we go to blending option. Now how do you get to blending option? On your mockup, you right click and you go to blend. You see the blending option is always at the top of every option on your right click. So when you click on blending option, it goes to open a tab for you. This tab, it opens for you. On this place you see blend if gray, leave it at blend if gray, don't change it. So then you go to underline layer, then you hold your alt key and drag one of this. You see, when you drag one of it, you see that something is changing in the design. It begins to glow. So just don't do it too much so that it won't spoil your design. So after that, you just click OK. So we have our mockup ready already. So now let's test on our mockup and see whether our mockup is going to change, because we have your design here. This your design here is where anybody that wants to use the mockup again can just click on it and change the design so that it can affect the main design. So after this, you can sell your design. When you sell your design to me, I could be able, and the advantage of mockup or the qualification of mockup is that the person that is getting the mockups from you must be able to personally edit the mockup without your intervention. So that is the qualification of mockup. So now then you see that we have our mockup ready. Then the next thing we are going to be doing is exporting our mockup. So how do we export our mockup and save our mockup so that we can be able to sell us to our audience? So you go to your file and you create a folder. You call the folder a name. So let's call it Chips Mockup. I'm going to call it Chips Mockup. Chips Mockup. So then we are going to bring in our design inside the Chips Mockup. So we click on Ctrl S to save, and we go to wherever the folder is. So the folder is here under Chips Mockup. So so the folder is under document Chips Mockup. So this is the Chips Mockup, and I just save it. So after you save your design, Then you are going to export your design. How do you export? Just go to File, you go to Export, you go to Export As. So you go to Export As, to open a tab for you where you can do some little settings or adjustments for your export. Then you click on Export. So it takes you to the place where you save the design. So I call it artwork. So then after that, I click on OK. That is the way to create your mockup and sell your mockup. So tomorrow I'm going to be showing you sites where you can sell mockups, and we are going to be doing more mockups, and tomorrow we are going to be doing another different type of mockup entirely. So don't miss out tomorrow class. I'm going to see you in the class tomorrow. And if this is your assignment, if you are watching as my student, create this same mockup, screenshot your layers, screenshot your workspace, and export the mockup and send the 3 of them inside our assignment group on WhatsApp. If you are not on our group, you can click the link in the description to join the group. Have a wonderful time. We are going to be meeting tomorrow.
Have you been designing for months, but your designs still don't look professional? The problem isn't Photoshop, Canva, or CorelDRAW. It's that nobody taught you the fundamentals. That's why I created the Graphic Design Fundamentals book, a practical guide that teaches typography, color theory, layout, hierarchy, and the principles every designer must know. Stop guessing, start designing with confidence. Get your copy today and build the foundation every successful designer needs. Click the link in the description to get yours.